Let's talk about how to speed up your I-130 petition process at NVC. Hello, my name is John and welcome.
USA MONDE.
What if I told you there is a way to drastically shorten the wait time for your I-130 process at NVC that most people don't even know it's possible? Stick around because this one piece of information could be the key to reuniting with your family sooner than you ever thought possible. Before diving into that, it's essential to understand the steps involved in the I-130 process. The I-130 petition for alien relative is filed by the U.S. citizen or lawful permanent resident to establish the relationship with a relative or a foreign family member who wish to immigrate to the United States. So once USCIS approves the petition, the case is forwarded to the NVC National Visa Center for further processing. So the NVC is the one that is responsible for gathering necessary documentation, fees, and scheduling the immigrant visa interview at the U.S. consulate. Sometimes the case gets stuck at NVC level to the point where the petitioner and the beneficiary don't even know what to do. But NVC gives them an option to expedite their case based on different reasons. There are several valid reasons why the beneficiary or the petitioner might need to request an expedite processing of an I-130 petition at NVC. These reasons include 1. Several financial loss. What that means, basically, if the petitioner or beneficiary faces significant financial hardship due to the separation, for example, they lose their job or home, that it's classified as several financial loss. Second reason, urgent medical needs. So that is basically when the petitioner or beneficiary suffers from a life-threatening or serious health conditions requiring immediate attention and medical care in the United States is necessary. The third reason is humanitarian reasons. So that one is basically when the beneficiary is in unsafe conditions, or maybe there is a war in the country where the beneficiary lives, or maybe there is civil unrest and stuff like that. Yes, the beneficiary or the petitioner can use that as a reason to expedite the case. To request an expedite, the petitioner must present a well-documented case that supports their urgency. The process can be divided into the following steps. 1. Determine eligibility for expedite processing. So basically is to ensure that your reason for requesting an expedite meets one of the qualifying criteria, like I just mentioned, severe financial loss, medical urgency, or humanitarian reasons. Okay, be prepared to submit supporting documentation such as medical records, eviction notice, or financial statement, because you need those documents to support your case. Second, contact the National Visa Center, NVC. The request for expedite processing should be sent to NVC via the inquiry form online. So it's essential to provide your case number when you contact the NVC. You send in your request, provide the case number, and explain the urgency of your situation clearly and concisely, because you have to be precise so NVC can understand exactly what is going on. So in the subject line, you can put something like expedite request on file, and you put the case number to help the NVC staff prioritize on your request. Number 3, submit supporting evidence. So you need to attach all relevant documentation to your expedite request. For example, if you are claiming medical urgency, you have to include medical record from a physician that highlight the necessity for treatment in the U.S. If it's a financial loss, submit proof of employment loss, or bills showing severe financial difficulty. Okay, make sure your documents are in English. If they're not in English, make sure you translate them in English. Number 4, await response. So after submitting your expedite request, the NVC will review your application and supporting documents. Okay, So the NVC may take, several days or a few weeks to respond, depending on their current workload. Sometimes they have a lot to do, so you just have to be a little patient. Okay, so it's crucial to know that submitting an expedite request does not guarantee approval. The NVC will evaluate each request on a case-by-case basis, but be patient. Like I say, they will definitely respond to your request. Once NVC approve your expedite request, the processing will go faster, a little faster than before. And here is what's going to happen. First, the case will be transferred to the U.S. consulate immediately. So if the expedite request is granted, the NVC will prioritize your case and immediately transfer it to the U.S. consulate responsible for processing the immigrant visa interview. Okay, the consulate will receive all your documentation, and you may be scheduled for an interview within a short time frame more than usual. Second, medical examination and interview scheduling. The NVC will notify you of the expedite processing, and you will be required to undergo the necessary medical examination and gather any additional document needed for the visa interview. Okay, because you have to do the medical examination before you go to the interview. You will take the seal envelope to the interview, or sometimes the physician will send it to the embassy or the consulate directly. Okay, so expedite cases often receive priority for scheduling interviews, but be prepared for the possibility of short notice, because once your case, your expedite case is approved, the notice, you will receive a notice quick, within weeks, or even a few days before the interview. So you have to be prepared. Talking about interview, if you are a spouse of a U.S. citizen or permanent resident preparing for your immigrant visa interview, and you are thinking about what type of question the interviewer will ask you, well, don't worry too much. We have an ebook that can help you. This ebook has 30 questions and answers and detailed explanation that will help you with your CR1, IR1, F2A visa interview. The link is in the description below. Now let's go back to the video. So make sure that both you, the petitioner, and the beneficiary are prepared with all the required documentation for the visa interview. Okay, don't wait last minute. Okay, if the consular officer approves the visa during the interview, or your relative can receive the immigrant visa more quickly than in a non-expedite case, because in a non-expedite case sometimes it can take 3 weeks or even a month before the beneficiary receive the passport with the visa stamp in it. Okay, so in case NVC deny your expedite request, well, the case will follow the standard processing timeline. While this may be disappointing, because you wanted to get your visa, but sometimes things can go wrong, so it can be disappointing, but it's important to remain patient and continue to gather any additional information that could potentially strengthen your case for a future request. Okay, additionally, petitioners can still check on their case status regularly, provide update information, and remain in communication with NVC to ensure that the case moves forward as efficiently as possible. It's not because your expedite request is denied that you have to get discouraged and you won't check the status of your case anymore. You're still going to check the status of your case. If NVC asks for a document, well, make sure you send that document as quickly as possible. So here are some final tips about the I-130 expedite request. 1. Be thorough in your request. What I mean by that, the success of your expedite request depends heavily on the quality of the evidence and the clarity of the request. Okay, make sure you provide a quality evidence, and also be clear about your request. Make sure your documents are organized, or your narrative is straightforward, and your supporting evidence is compelling. Okay, you have to provide documents that support your case. Number 2, follow up politely. After submitting your expedite request, it's appropriate to follow up with the NVC if you don't receive a response within a reasonable time. But like I said, they will respond to you. Sometimes it can take a little longer, but they will eventually respond to your request. However, maintain a polite and professional tone to avoid any unnecessary delays. Don't just keep on sending inquiries about your requests, be rude, when you send those inquiries. Don't do that. Avoid that. Number 3, consult an immigration attorney. If you face challenges or have unique circumstances, consulting an immigration attorney could help improve your chances of a successful expedite request. Sometimes some people don't know exactly what to do. You can consult an immigration attorney for assistance. Okay, an attorney can help ensure that your application is complete and that you're submitting on the most effective evidence possible, to have a chance to get that case approved, your expedite request approved. By understanding the criteria for expedite request, submitting a well-documented case, and staying proactive throughout the process, you may be able to reunite with your family member quickly. Because once your request is approved, the process will be faster, allowing you to join your family member here in the United States of America sooner than anticipated. Thanks for watching.